Hey, what is going on, viewers? Zesty Lime Studios here, and welcome back to another question time with Zesty Lime. So the Ask Me video has been up for about 2 weeks now, and all you guys have answered, also not answered, all you guys have asked most of the questions. So I've got a load of comments from you guys and questions to ask, which I'll be doing in this video. It's going to be quite a long video, so bear with me. I will try to not long out the questions, so it's like 40-minute long video, but you know, I'll try to obviously answer the questions as best I can without making the video too long. So as always, thanks to everyone for commenting, and I've got all the comments here and I'll go through them one by one. So Maria Foster asks, what kind of collagens, can't say that word, but what kind of aftershaves do you like? And if you get the chance, I'd love to hear what you make of your girlfriend's favorite perfume. Well, girlfriend's favorite perfume would have to be the Ultraviolet, which is by the Paco Rabanne, I believe. I love the Ultraviolet. And what aftershaves do I like? Well, I absolutely love the Armani fragrances. I love the Hugo Boss fragrances, the dark and the kind of light coloured one. And I guess, yeah, the Armani and the Hugo Boss are probably my favourite. But I also like to... There was a really nice next one called Gold Amber, and it was incredible. But they stopped making it like a few years ago, so I haven't been able to get it since because they stopped making it. But yeah, I really like the Armani Code ones. They're really, really nice smells. Rizzy asks, who used to be called AK Game, so he's changed his name to Rizzy. So Rizzy asks, you asked a lot of questions, Rizzy, and that's good. I appreciate it. So what type of content might you do in the future? Well, I've said this before, and I've said this on many videos, and I say it time and time again. I'm still a mixed channel. The only reason I don't upload much other stuff at the moment is because, one, COVID, and two, you know, I haven't got the time while holding down a full-time job to be making other videos as I want to. So it's like, and because of that, I want to do everything. I want to do cooking videos, you know, cooking with Zesty Lime. I want to do daily more daily vlogs and stuff like that. I want to be doing kind of travel vlogs. I want to be doing more gaming videos. I want to be doing basically a wide range of different things. Like, just the things on my channel is, if you go back on my channel, right, there's a lot of kind of random content and mixed content, which has got a lot of views. Like, if you have a look back, I've got how to do this in Microsoft Word tutorials on my channel, and they've got a lot of views. I've got, you know, unboxing videos, like I unboxed a pair of shoes. That's got a lot of views. So kind of, I do loads of mixed content like that, and then I kind of bring it together on my channel. I know a lot of you guys, or most of you, are subscribed for predominantly drinks reviews, which I understand. They will never be going anywhere. I'll always do the drinks reviews, and I'll always do the drinks reviews because I love doing them, and that's part of my channel now. But I will be doing a lot more other videos, especially once, you know, this whole COVID thing finishes, because you can't go out and about. For example, I said to Becky, who's not with me today because of COVID again, we're in the lockdown. For example, I want to do, you know, visiting England's first fish and chip drive-through restaurant, you know, and stuff like that. I want to visit the Amazon Fresh store in London and, you know, make a vlog out of that. Just general stuff like that. So what kind of content? Well, pretty much everything, a mix of everything. So I want to do videos on my car. I want to do cleaning tips, and I want to do, you know, how to do this and how to do that. So yeah, expect a lot of different mixed content in the future, because I'm still a mixed channel. It is not just for drink reviews. So just keep that in mind, guys. What's That Smell asks, what are you most looking forward to when lockdown ends? Well, apart from looking forward to everything, I think probably the cinemas, to be honest. I'm really, really missing the cinema because I love my films, and I've got like a little film group, me and a few mates, and Becky comes along as well. But probably the cinema, because I'm not a fan of like paying for like 6 different streaming services and then having to wait to come out on the stream services. It's just not the same as watching it in a big cinema on a massive screen, massive speakers, and then, you know, you're all together, you all can talk about the film together, and you know, it's like when the final Avengers film came out, Endgame, you know, we watched me and our friends, we booked the double ticket, we booked the Infinity War and Endgame double bill, and it was just so cool because you had full, you know, cinemas throughout the whole country, the whole world were packed full of, you know, us people who love the movies, and the vibe and the, you know, and anyone that's seen Endgame, you know, at the end when he well, spoilers, but you know, when he obviously gives the shield, and you know, and and he gets picked up and all that, you know, it's like everyone goes, oh, and yeah, and cheers. You don't get that from watching films at home. So I think the cinema, to be honest, is probably the one most thing I am actually looking forward to the most, to be honest. Rizzy asks, we do a drink tier list from the worst to the best. Now, I've thought about doing this many times before. And the problem is with a drink tier list is, and there's multiple subcategories of that question. For example, when we're talking about a drink tier list from best to worst, are we talking about energy drinks? Are we talking about coffee drinks, fizzy drinks, non-energy drinks, colas? So, you know, I mean, yes, I could do a tier for each section, but at the same time, it's like, you know, how do I break it down? Like, for example, I could do my best monsters. But then, for example, because I've reviewed a lot of monsters, including American monsters, coffee monsters, Japanese monsters, cola monsters, it's like, do I include all of the American ones and the coffees? You know, or do I just do English ones? Or do I just do standard energy drinks? Do I include the juices? Because ultimately, they're completely different drinks. And for example, like I've recently reviewed about 5 coffee American monsters on my channel. And for example, I could put all of them in my top 5, but effectively, they're just cold coffee. So, you know, technically, is that Monster Energy? Because if you're really going to say, you know, top 10 Monster Energy, then I'd class that as like your original, your Absolutely Zero, I guess the Monster Ultras, I guess, and stuff like that. But then when you start going into the juiced range, your Chaos and your, you know, all your juiced ones, you've got probably 10 to 15 different, you know, juiced variants there. But again, are they classed as more of an actual fruit juice with caffeine rather than actual monster? So there's a lot of, you know, not speculation, that's not the word to use, but there's a lot of how do I plan it out in terms of tier list. Same with the rock stars, you've got all different types of rock stars. You know, how do I break it down? How do I group them up? So quite a tough one, really. I'm not sure. And again, because the sugar tax came in a couple of years ago, half the drinks that I used to like, basically half of these old rock stars, either the flavors changed and they completely taste different, so the tier list won't be exactly correct and real. So that's the problem I have, because until I kind of re-drink everything, which I'm not going to, it won't be a true list. So it's a tough one. I mean, what do? Do I include this? Do I include the American drinks? Do I include the coffees? So I really don't know on that. Like, I want to do it, but I just don't know how to do it because of those reasons. HJ Official asks, what type of music do you listen to? So this is an interesting one. Now, I don't generally listen to much mainstream stuff because it's generally just a lot of rubbish, but I love drum and bass, I love dubstep, and I love a bit of kind of modern rock, so stuff like Bring Me the Horizon and stuff like that I really enjoy. Because they're kind of more mainstream now, Bring Me the Horizon, rather than their kind of old screamo stuff from back in the day. You know, and I also like a lot of rap and stuff like that. So, you know, your modern rap artists, you know, AJ Tracy, Future, 6ix9ine, the list goes on. So stuff like that. But I really enjoy drum and bass, kind of dance, you know, and that type of music. How has COVID... Jonathan Gilby asks, how has COVID affected you? Well, because I'm a key worker, I'm a truck driver in the daytime, I've been going out every single day, you know, at work. So it's seemed like it's normal for me. The only way it's affected me personally is, I guess, I haven't been able to see Becky, my girlfriend. And, well, apart from your usual things like cinema, shops, which everyone's in the same boat for that, it really hasn't affected me at all, to be honest. Like, personally, it hasn't affected me. It's just, I've just been at home instead of going out, and, you know, I've got more than enough TV and films and PS4 to catch up on. So for me, it hasn't affected me at all. And like I said, yes, I haven't seen Becky and this and that, but it just, in terms of affecting job or this or that, it hasn't. If anything, my job's exploded because I deliver food products. So if anything, it's gone through the roof. So, you know, yeah, it hasn't affected me. Jonathan Gilby asks again, what's your filming setup? Well, as I'm speaking to you now on my iPhone SE 2020 edition, I've actually got my computer on today rather than my MacBook, and I've got a big TV behind my phone. I leave my phone up against there because it's a perfect angle for my camera, and I have my ring light, which is here. You can see the lights up there, and I've literally got my computer desk here. So that's pretty much my setup. Pretty simple and basic, but that's literally what the filming setup is. I lean my phone against my TV, got my desk here, and it just works out. It's how it is. Obviously, when I get my own place with Becky, I'll have a proper setup and maybe a little bit of a different angle, but that's basically the setup now. Jonathan Gilby asks again, what part of the country do you live? Down south of England, and basically live within the 3 counties, so Hertfordshire, Buckinghamshire and Bedfordshire. I live within the 3 counties, basically kind of the whole North London, kind of just outside the North London kind of stretch. Look up on Google, 3 counties down south. So Eclipse Sonic asks, now this is another tricky question which I probably won't be able to answer. What are your top 5 monster drinks? What are your top 5 favourite ultra monsters? And what is your least favourite monster drink? Well, what are your top 5 monster drinks? Well, again, this is because it's including every monster. Do I include the American ones? Do I include the coffees? So I don't know how to answer that question because, you know, if you ask me what our top 5 monsters are, well, it's probably all of the coffee ones I've recently reviewed because I absolutely love cold coffee. So that's 4 or 5 cold coffees straight away. So what are my top 5 monster energy drinks? Well, I could just say to you 5 of the cold coffee drinks. So that's the, so I've got the Loco Mocha, the Salted Caramel, the Farmer's Oats, which is somewhere else, and then probably the new Chaotic and the Papillon. So that's 5 straight away. So what are your top 5 ultra monsters? Now that's a good question. Ultra White, because I really do like Ultra White. Probably Ultra Rosa, which is American, so wherever you want to include that as an English Ultra, but Ultra Rosa, which I recently reviewed and it's very nice. Then probably, I guess, Ultra, I don't know, I'll probably guess, I don't know, probably, I guess Ultra Red, then maybe Ultra Sunrise, because it's orangey. And then, I don't know, I guess, I don't know, I'm not really too keen on any of the other Monster Ultras. I'm just looking at my wall. Definitely not Ultra Black, definitely not Ultra Citron, definitely not Ultra Watermelon. Ultra Blue's a bit weird, Ultra Violet's a bit weird. I don't know for the 5th one really. I guess Ultra Black, I guess Ultra Fiesta, Ultra Fiesta. What is your least favourite monster drink? Probably the Monster Assault, because that's basically just a cheap cola, which is trying to be like Coke. So, yeah, probably Monster Assault, which they don't do anymore. I've got the can up there, actually, up there somewhere. Yeah, at least one of them cans. Yeah, it's a can in the middle, right there. Rizzy asks, food reviews in the future. I used to do some food reviews, but they're very old and 480p, so I wouldn't suggest watching them. But I have done reviews in the past, and I will be doing food reviews in the future once obviously COVID finishes and I, you know, can record more and I get my own place with Becky. Then yes, definitely food reviews in the future. Now I know I do chocolate, kind of special chocolate bar reviews now, so I guess maybe you could class that as food. But I will be doing like hot food and more, you know, food reviews. So yes, 100%. Rizzy asks, what's your favourite drink? Well, again, is that including every single drink? Is this energy drinks, or is this simply what is your favorite drink? Well, to be honest, I don't want to say water because I do love water. I drink a lot of water, but I guess it's probably, I mean, what would I drink over and over again? I mean, definitely be an energy drink, and it will probably be, I don't know, I'm trying to think what I would drink over and over again. I mean, I could argue it could be the classic, I mean, to be honest, it probably would be favourite drink. I mean, I could just say the Monster Absolutely Zero, which is actually down here because I'm re-reviewing it because they recently updated their packaging, so I'm seeing whether it's got a different taste. But probably the Monster Absolutely Zero. I absolutely love this. I've always loved this flavour. It's been around for years, this Absolutely Zero flavour, and I just, because it's zero sugar, I drink it a fair bit. And it's just so tasty, and I just love it when it's cool. It has such a crisp, nice flavour. I absolutely love the Absolutely Zero, or now as it's called, Zero Sugar Edition. And I don't know. I mean, I guess I could say that. Probably. I mean, I've drank that for years, so I guess. Yeah, I could say the Monster Absolutely Zero. I just love it, and the fact is zero sugar. It's just a brilliant flavour. Rizzy asks again, do you do YouTube as a job? Well, I mean, I've always done YouTube as a hobby. You know, I started my channel in 2007 when I was a kid, and you know, I've always done little videos and stuff as a hobby because I just love making videos. I love the community, and I just love the vibe around kind of YouTube. So I do it as a hobby, but if it were to turn into a job, then yes, I would do it as a full-time job, you know, obviously to quit my full-time job, but that's probably a long way away. So I'm doing it as a hobby currently, but I would like to do it as a full-time job if I got paid, and that's the problem. I used to get paid, and obviously YouTube changed the T's and C's, and I no longer am monetized because of the watch hours problem. So no, I don't do it as a job, but I almost class it, even though it's a hobby, I class it as literally having a second time full job because of the amount of effort and work I put in. So yeah, you could class it as a second job, but it's a hobby, but it's not a full-time because obviously I still have a job to cover me for the time being. Rizzy asks again, is making YouTube videos easy? Well, it depends what videos you're making and how you kind of do your videos. I mean, is making YouTube videos easy? Well, let's have a look at the drinks reviews. Making drinks reviews is actually really easy, to be honest with you. I literally put my phone there, go through the drink, and it's a 10-minute video just like that. You know, all I do is record the drinks review, and then I put it into my video editor. I put the background music, I put the subscribe button in the middle, that flashes up. I put my outro, and because my outro, the thing is, I've made it easy for myself because obviously I make the outro separate, and then all I do is drag and drop the outro at the end of any video, so it's exactly the same. So obviously don't have to make it every time, obviously. And then at the same time, you know, same with the background music. I've got my background music edited and I've cut it and changed it properly so it sounds good. So all I'm doing is dragging and dropping the music onto every video, dropping the outro. And same with the subscribe button I put on my videos now. All it is a subscribe button. I just click it and drag it because it's pre-made. So reality, the drinks review is actually fairly easy to do. Gaming videos, well, it's, again, I guess it's arguably it's fairly simple. You record it, whether it's on your PlayStation, you record the clips, trim it down a little bit, put some transitions and stuff in, do some commentary over it. So I think that type of videos are easy. I think making videos in general, I think is just easy. But I think what kind of, as long as you know what you're doing with a video editor, because you see these crazy edited gaming videos that have like a million transitions, and you've got up here and down here, and you've got swishes and flashing lights and colors and loads of sound effects. I think it's not so much hard, it's just takes time, because you need to obviously, because once you know what you're doing with a video editor and you've got your library of sounds and transitions, all you're really doing is clicking. You're clicking that transition there, making sure that's lined up, moving that down there, and that's not hard. It's just, it just takes time. So, and because something takes time doesn't mean it's hard. It's just, well, it just takes time. So once you know what you're doing, it just takes time. So, you know, making YouTube videos for that reason, I guess, is easy. It's just all time. It's just the time. So, let's see. So, Umes Kumar asks, how do you choose what drinks to review? Is it just what you see in the shop? Yeah. So, how do I choose what drinks to review? Well, basically, my main drinks I review is energy drinks. And I don't really choose what drinks to review. It's basically, I just, like, currently sitting here now, I've reviewed literally every energy drink I can get my hands on in a UK shop. For example, they're all the rock stars, which have been out and you know, came out. They're all the emerges, all the boosts, all the relentless, and all the monsters that we have, and the Red Bulls that we have. So if I go into any shop now, I've done all the energy drinks in that shop. So when something new comes out, then I see it and then I pick it up. So basically now I've reviewed every drink, every energy drink that we get in England. If something new comes out, then I obviously buy it and review it. So it's not so much as choosing, it's just because it's new, obviously I'm going to review it, and that's kind of it. So and that's it. And basically just any sort of energy drinks, there is really no choice. I just review all sorts of energy drinks. And then in terms of kind of fizzy drinks like the Fantas and Calypso drinks and stuff like that, well, again, it's just another drink to review, and I just decide to pick it up and review it. So, and then he says, yeah, is it just what you see in the shop? Well, for the most part, yeah. If I see a random drink in the shop and I think, oh, that looks interesting, let's review it, then yeah, I'll pick it up and buy it. So, and then Rizzy, last question, he asks, are you ever going to release merchandise? Well, if I get big enough, yes. So that's all the questions, guys. So thank you for all the questions as always. I will be doing another question time with Zesty Lime probably in a few months, probably around the summertime when I have some more subscribers and stuff like that. So video is 20 minutes, just gone over 20 minutes, so not too long. So yeah, but as always, guys, thank you for watching. And don't forget to check down the description below for my social. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. And if you want to support me and the channel or my videos, don't forget to check my Patreon to become a Patreon from as little as £1. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all later.